Hello. Half of my space is done because I recorded this already, and then I realized there was no sound to it. It was just my lips moving, so I thought that I'd record it again and do no. Uh, Never mind. I'm doing my brows first, and I use Elf, and I have this brush by Mono, and I think that's what it's called. I'm not sure. I normally spray my brushes first so that I get more pigment on them, and I normally start at the beginning of my brow and make a line halfway through, and then I'll switch to the top of my brow and just finish the tail. You see right here, yep, that's how it is. And then I'll just fill the rest of my brow in, I guess. Right here I grab my CoverGirl Reset Gorgeous Concealer, and the tip on this is small, so this is why I like to use it to carve out my eyebrows. And I'll just go and put it, I'll obviously carve out my eyebrows, and I'll sometimes slide some of it down my eyelid so that I can use it as, like, I guess a primer, I guess. I don't know. But I'm going all the way around my brow, and it also helps highlight. And when I'm done with it, I'll use the leftover on the brush, and I'll put it on, like, the front of my eyebrow so that, like, it helps fade it out more, I guess. And yeah, it'll be a look, I guess. Right here, I'm grabbing my mini beauty blender. I'm gonna dampen it because I have no water up here, and it obviously, helps blend things out, I guess. But I'm gonna use it to blend out that concealer, and then, like, kind of bring it up to where it fades the brow. I should get right there. And it just, it's not the, it's not a very full coverage concealer, but it's good enough to, like, fix some things up if you need it. I'm taking this brush right here, and I'm just gonna fix the edges of where I obviously messed up with the concealer, and I don't want the mini blender to touch. I don't like when it gets very, very close to my eyebrow because I feel like it's just gonna mess everything up, I guess. And yeah, I'm just gonna go mess with that, and right here, I'm grabbing my elf. I have no clue what this is called, honestly, but it's for your eyebrows. And yeah, I put it on my eyebrows so that it like keeps them there all day, you know? And it'll just hold it down so that I don't have to worry about them being messed up. And obviously, my reaction is I'm tired. And I go through and I comb those out with that thing. And I usually normally use an actual like eyebrow comb and not that, but I really don't know what I was doing today. I was just in a hurry. Yeah, I think it's okay. See, I gave that thumbs up. Like, yep, it's fine. And right here, I am grabbing my tart, yep, tart shape tape. And I always put it on the back of my hand. And I'm just going to put it on my eyelid for a base because obviously it's more full coverage than CoverGirl. It's just going to help out with a lot. And obviously during this look, I'm going to be using this again after all my eyeshadows down because I'm going to be using it as something to do my cut crease with. Cut crease with. Oh my god. And yeah, that'll come up here soon. Here I'm taking my mini blender again and I'm just going to blend that all over my eyelid to where it looks perfectly fine and I don't see any veins or any dark spots, you know? And then I'm going to set that concealer with my Airspun loose concealer, well, loose face powder, yeah. And I like this because I don't know, I think it just smells good, honestly. But I'm going to set all that before anything, of course, so that it gives me a nice base when I do my eyeshadow instead of, it being all patchy and gross looking. Because, that's what happens when you don't do that, I guess. Right here, I'm taking a fluffy brush and I'm going to be taking my Anastasia Prism palette because it's like my favorite palette of all palettes now, I guess. And I'm going to be taking a Unity for a base transition color, I guess. And it's nice and like a banana yellow, I guess I could just say. And it goes perfect with the Airspun face powder. So I put that in my crease and I blend it all over my eyelid. And yeah, it looks patchy on the camera and I don't know why, but it looks perfectly fine in real life. But I put that mostly all over my eyelid and not just in my crease so that I can get good start, I guess. And obviously this look is going mostly up to the eyebrow. So I'm going to be pushing it up also. And I just look like, what the hell's going on? And then I'm going to take Eden. And I like this shadow too. It almost looks like Saturn, but it's a good shadow. I like it. It's a good orange, I guess. So yeah, I blend that all in my outer corner, and then I attempt to put it in my crease. And at this point, I don't want anybody to see it because I want it to be like a surprise. It looks kind of patchy right here, but it's fine. It blends out perfectly fine with the shadows that I do. I think the Subculture palette by Anastasia was not the best. But yeah, I think the Prism is pretty good. And if you watch till the end, you'll find out why. So keep watching. Leave a thumbs up, if anything. Thank you. Right here, I'm taking Saturn, and this is almost the same shade as Eden, but it's a little bit darker. And I really like this color. I don't know why. It's very pretty. It reminds me of, oh, I forget the shade, but it's in the subculture one. And yeah, I use that. This is like a big part of the look because if you see my other eye, it is like it's a whole big part. I can tell you that. And I put that literally all over my eye, and yeah, you'll see here in a second, I guess. Right here, I take the e.l.f. Mad for Matte palette, and I've only used this like 2 times at the most. It's not a favorite, but it's not bad either. I'm taking that purple plum shade, and I'm just gonna put this in my crease. It's gonna be like, yeah, it's gonna be a crease shade, I guess, and it's not the best, honestly. It doesn't have much pigment or all that good stuff. But I think the eyeshadow is pretty good for $10 versus in a $40 palette. To be honest, some of the browns in there are great, but just that purple. But I think it's like most purples. Not all purples are gonna work out for you. I'm gonna take this dome pencil brush, I should say. I'm gonna take the Pirates of the Caribbean palette by Lorac, and I'm gonna take Tell No Tales, that purple right there, because obviously it's gonna work a lot better than the e.l.f. one. And I'm going to put this right in the crease. It's gonna be like a crease only shade, and I am actually gonna bring it up also towards the eyebrow as well, and I'm gonna smoke it out with the oranges that I have laid down already, actually, so that I could get that, orange purple smoky eye that I have in my other eye. It's just, I think it's a pretty look altogether. I really like that color, and it's good. And here I take Saturn again, and I'm just gonna put that over there, over top of the purple once more. And here I take another brush for who knows what reason, and I'm gonna blend out the edges is what I'm gonna do. And yeah, I'm just gonna layer on top of layer on top of layer until I get a good, nice smoky eye going. Because right now it just looks terrible. It looks like a huge blob is on my face. This is the type of look that looks not the best until it's done, I should say. But yeah, that's how it's going for me. Right here I'm going back with my Tarte Shape Tape, and this is where I'm going to cut out my crease, and this is where the look finally like looks normal and not like a huge blob, of course. I'm just taking a concealer brush, and I'm just gonna carve that out. Actually, these brushes that I have right now, oh, here's a trick that I had. You put it in the center of your eyelid, not in the center, but like the bottom center of your eyelid, and you look up and to the sides, and it'll show you where your crease is actually, so that you don't mess up or go too high or too low. It'll actually help you a lot. But anyway, as I was saying, I don't even remember what I was saying, honestly. Oh yeah, these brushes, that's what I was talking about. I bought this pack of brushes off of Wish, actually, for a few dollars, and they come in huge packs, and they work really well, actually. I don't know what they're made of, but I know that they work great, and they're worth it. They have multiple different brushes, but also, like, kind of the same, I should say. So yeah, that's a fun fact right there. And I'm gonna take this all the way out, and then I'm gonna put a little bit under my lower lash, so that, it can kind of get under my eyeball. Right here, I'm going back in with my blender and air spun loose powder, so that I can just set what I just made, so that it doesn't be it isn't too sticky, because I don't want it to be sticky, of course. And it's just going to sit there, so I can put my eyeliner on and my glitter primer on. So I put that on over top of it, of course, and I obviously blend the edge out from my outer corner of my eye. And then I take my white eyeliner by NYX, which is coming up right there, and I don't recommend this, I should say. For me, it's nice and pigment, but it cracks too easy. Once it dries, it's just a crackly mess, and I feel like it dries so terrible. It's like my eyeball is being suffocated, because my eyeliner is just like, not today. But I do my wing with this, and obviously this wing came out like a tad bit bigger, but you could easily go in and fix that. I honestly just did this look just to post it, because it's not like I have anything else to do with my life, to be honest. So I do that, and yeah, that's about it. right here I go and clean off my eyelashes, of course, because I dislike when they're white and I go to put black eyeliner on top of them. So I cleaned them off. I obviously struggled to get a hold of the makeup wipe with my nails, of course. But I try to get that off as best as I can because obviously as this eyeliner dries down way too fast, it's ridiculous, honestly. But right after this, I take my NYX glitter primer or glitter glue, whatever you want to call it. And I take a little bit of this because a little goes a long, long way, I can tell you that. And I actually take a little brush for this. It's an eyeliner brush, but I take it and I put it right above my cut crease so that when I blink or, when I look up or anything, like, it doesn't take away the glitter. It just sits there since my crease won't be touching it, I guess. And I put it all over top of it just to, get my base down because this stuff also dries fast but not as fast. And I actually love this stuff so much. It's like amazing for eyeshadows and all. Like, you don't only have to use glitter for it. It holds down about anything. It's the best, I should say. And it takes me a while because I'm using such a small brush, but yeah, like a little bit of this does more than enough of my eyes. So this primer will last you a very long time, hopefully, because it's amazing. That's exactly what it is. And right after this, I take my NYX glitter. I have no idea what it's called. I know that the shade is called 06, but I don't know the name or anything like that. But they have multiple glitters, I can tell you that, and they're all so pretty. But this one's hollow, which is great because we all have a little holosexual in our life, okay? And yeah, I'll be I putting this glitter all over. Well, first of all, you gotta wipe off the brush because if not, it'll stick to it. Well, here's the glitter. I'm going to be using the same brush, of course, because it's such a small brush and it grabs a hold of these fine glitters. But I'm putting it right over what I just did so that it lays down perfectly, actually. But yeah, it takes a while for it to show up, but after a while, it's just like bam, right up in your face. Right here, I'm taking this Ulta palette. I honestly have no clue what it's called or anything. But there's this one shade in here, and it's a white, shiny shade, and it's perfect as a highlighter, I can tell you that. And I'm going to put it right under my brow So I'm going to highlight my brow practically with this. And it's just, oh my goodness gracious, look at that. That is so, girl, it's so hot. But it shines so bright. Oh yes. Oh yes. And I'm going to put this in the inner corner also because I just want to put it all over my face practically. But yeah, it's a very good shade. I don't prefer Ulta products, but that palette right there, just for that shade, was totally worth it. I can promise you that. I'm going to take the Born This Way foundation, and I'm going to take my Real Techniques blender, of course, and I'm going to spray it and all that good stuff. And here in a second, I'm actually about to struggle hardcore. Here I am using the Ulta thing once again. What? This is why I don't use Ulta stuff. I'm going to use the yellow under my eye so that I can get rid of purple. I know it's especially supposed to be red, but I feel like the yellow works great, really. And here in a second, I'm just going to give up on this. Honestly, it's not even worth it. Just give up now. Girl, give up. Come on, you can do it. Yep, I was going to cut this part out, but I wanted to make fun of myself. Honestly. I'm going to take this color correcting palette instead. I'm going to use a concealer brush again, and I'm going to put it right under my eye. Of course, it works perfectly fine, I feel like, when you put, your foundation and then your concealer on top of it. Like, it looks like your skin is beautiful, honestly. I've tried the red before, and it's not the way to go for me, to be honest. It's a struggle. But I'm going to blend that out real quick with the mini blender, of course. And this is where I finally get to my foundation because I realized it was dripping down my hand, so I had to work quick. And honestly, I like this foundation, but I don't at the same time. I have no clue what's wrong with my skin, but this is supposed to be a medium to full coverage foundation. It's more like a light coverage to me because my skin is just like, nah, not today. But it also might be my primer. I just haven't changed primers in forever. And yeah, I've tried the Fenty foundation. It's not a thing for me either. It's really not. I think all foundations just don't like me, to be honest. I've tried dewy and matte and everything else. But right now in Ohio, it is very, very cold out, so my skin is very, very dry. And it's normally very oily. So once I found out that the Fenty was supposed to be for oily skin, I was like, oh, yay. No, I ended up selling it because it was terrible, actually. Used it once and I was like, nah, not today. But yeah, so I put this all over my face, of course. And I honestly don't know why I do half of my face and then another half. I think I should just do this full thing, but no, it's just not for me, honestly. And I don't need that much of this foundation, and that's probably why it isn't full coverage for me, because I don't like when my skin feels like it can't breathe. It isn't the best for me, but yeah, whatever works works. And I hate the feel of foundation on my fingers or on my nails, and it's just ugh. So I always take one of these, and yep, there I am wiping my hands off because I'm like, ew, it's just not for me. And then I take my Tarte Shape Tape and I put it under my eyes. Yeah, I got my hands wet, so it was hard to take the lid off. But I got my hands, well, I put that under my eyes, and right under my jaw, and obviously on my forehead. And then my smile lines also, and on my nose, like any other normal person. Oh, and I have this little, it's not even a pimple, it's I don't know, just a red mark just on my cheek, so I cover that up too. Of course, and the longer you let it sit there, the better, because it'll sink into your skin and, you know, yeah, it helps with the coverage. And obviously, I'd recommend Tarte Shape Tape to everybody because, oh my, it's great. It honestly is. And here I take my flat brush with my color correcting pen again. And I honestly don't know what this pen's called. I have had it for I don't even know how long. And I'm just gonna, carve out my face. Yeah, that's about it. And then after this, I'm gonna blend, and then I'll talk again. Right here, I'm gonna take my air spun again, and I'm just gonna set my whole face with that. And yeah, I'm gonna set my jawline and under my eye, and I think my forehead and my nose, but who knows? I honestly don't know. I was running out of air spun at this point, and I didn't want to tip it over and get more out. And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna work with what I have, and that'll be it. It's done. Yeah, I just try to get this look done and over with. Really, it was yeah. And this is the outcome, I guess. And I'm doing that, and obviously I need to get my smile lines because who wouldn't do that? And then I'm gonna wipe it away, of course, because no one wants powder just hanging around their face like a cricket. But yeah, I'm gonna wipe it all away or wipe it in or whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna do that, and then I honestly don't know what I'm gonna do at this point. And we'll just sit and wait, I guess. Huh. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take my bronzer or whatever you want to call it. You know, yeah, I'm gonna take that, and I'm just gonna bronze up my face and my forehead and all that good stuff. I'm not really into contouring my nose or anything, but I do it, but I don't bronze it like everybody else does. And obviously it looks terrible up there, but I don't even care at this point. I'm just trying to get it all done and over with. And it's just, yeah, that's about it. That's my life. And yep, after I'm done with all that, I honestly don't know what else I'm gonna do after this, to be honest. So I'm obviously just sitting there looking around like, well, what now? And I trying to go over what needs done and what doesn't need done. Oh yeah, at this point I'm going to do my lower lash. I'm going back into Saturn on the Anastasia Prism palette, and I'm just gonna smoke my bottom lash out, and then after that I'm gonna take Parallel, and I'm gonna put it on top of it. It's a brown shade, and it's almost like fudge, but yeah, that's about it. And then they have a black color in here, and I have no clue what it's called. So we're just gonna dip into that black color and then put it on there. I guess yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's about it. And then afterwards, I'll just talk when it gets to the afterwards part. Obviously, right here, I'm gonna go curl my eyelashes because my top eyelashes aren't that long. But yeah, I'm gonna curl them, and I honestly have no clue what the name is of this mascara that I'm using, but I can tell you that this mascara is the bomb. It like lengthens so well. I love it so much. And it came with another one, but it's not a mascara. It's like a fiber thing. I honestly don't know. And then on my bottom lashes, I actually used the Milk mascara, which is that's the best mascara ever. I don't even know why I don't use it on my top lashes, but I don't know. I have certain mascaras for certain lashes and certain all that good stuff. And honestly, I don't wear like false lashes because they're uncomfortable to me and I don't like them and they just don't look nice, I guess, on me. But if you do, then congratulations. Keep on doing it. You probably look poppin'. And yeah, just do you, babe. But yep. I'm mad at the fact that I got mascara on my face. How disrespectful. Wow. And then I hate wiping makeup off too because I'm like, I have a missing part of my face now. And look, you can see the top of my head. That's gross. And then at this point, I remember in the back of my head, I'm missing something. I don't know what it is, but I'm missing it. And then I remember it's my blush and highlighter. Oh, never mind. It's my lipstick. Oh, now I remember my blush and highlighter. Yep, there it is. I use the Lorac Prism blush, and it's very, very pigmented. So if you use this, then you might want to go in with a very, very, very light hand. And I honestly hate putting blush on because it just I look stupid. My skin is already red enough in real life, and obviously, as I said before, this foundation isn't full coverage for me. So, like, you can still see, like, some of the redness. I don't know if you can, but, to me, I can. Oh, look, I dropped my phone. How funny. Oh, wow. I like to use the Lorac Twilight highlighter. It's a very, very good highlighter. I'd recommend it because it's just so pretty. Honestly, it's so pretty. And this fan brush I have is like a perfect texture fan brush. It's soft, but at the same time like stiff. And I used to hate fan brushes. I really did. And this is my first time reusing one in forever. So I was actually very amused when I was using this because it was just so pretty. And it was just, yeah. Oh, I love highlighters. I sure do. But, so it's at the end of the video, and I wanted to do a little giveaway, honestly. Even though this is my very first video, I am going to. I don't know, honestly, what anybody wants. But if this gets to 50 likes, I will see, what I can do or who liked them, or honestly, I don't know. But I'll do a giveaway of either an Anastasia eyeshadow palette or a BH Cosmetics baked palette. I don't care what one. I just wanted to do a little giveaway for the people who are watching, of course. And yeah, I'm going to use the NYX lipstick after this because I honestly didn't even want to use that because I couldn't find the lips the brush to it. So I was just like, whatever. And this is my go-to lipstick, honestly, because it's pretty and they feel great on the lips. Honestly, like they're matte, but they don't dry down to where like it feels like your lips are falling off. They're good. And at this point, I realized that I need to take my concealer and everything off of my lips because it's just not gonna look good with the lipstick. So yeah, leave a like and subscribe, hopefully, and hopefully you join the giveaway and leave a comment at the most saying if you liked it or not or what I can do. Thank you.